It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. From people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men know the Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Yeah, give me freedom or give me death. To that we pledge allegiances. We the people had enough. It's time we aired our grievances against these treasonous demons. So raise the alarm, cause the pigs are fully taken over on this animal farm. Don't know anymore. The world's gotten too cold to ignore. Shit, is it 2023 or 1984? Police up at my door to open fire on me, but I'd rather die on my feet than survive on my knees. And please, we know how they looking at us from up at the top. The tougher they made it for us, the fucking tougher we got. They thought they'd keep us scared forever, but fuck it, we not. We'll send them back to north of Richmond in some cuffs or a box.
Bow. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men know the Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Behind the politicians, there's a far more sinister villain that's power-driven. Only answer to money is their religion. They control in the way that we live in, keeping us mentally stuck in a prison, so that the fire they know is rebellion never can spread whenever it's risen. But they've been seeing us waking up, and now they fucking afraid. As we the people get to see them through their fucking charade. We're being played by these elites who would rather see us enslaved, as they lead us by the hand where the land's dug with a grave. And they could kill our character through stories they publish, or they'll just murder us and brand it as suicide to the public, or an accidental overdose. Print the story, run it, say it's fact, so people trust it, accept it, and move on from it. But it's time to pick a side and get to striking a nerve. In any way we're able, I'm fighting this fight with my words. And if they keep pushing, then fuck it, we inciting the purge. And just to think, all we wanted was the rights we deserve.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men know the Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men, cause the rich men.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Great to see everybody. We got Latin. We got Gray Dude so far in chat. We also have Good Citizen Media. Check that out. We got Good Citizen Media.
Some lurkers.
We got a bunch.
We got some lurkers.
Got a bunch of lurkers.
That's all right. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be
It's
shy.
all good. You can make yourselves known that you don't watch the Super Bowl. It's okay.
No, you know what the problem is the people are so famous that if they type in the chat, then they got to say hi to like 25 people.
Right. I have that issue as well, but I don't mind it. So what do we got going on? We got this guy. We got that guy.
Oh, perfecto.
I mean, look at that, a uniform. It's perfecto. You know, that kind of reminds me of this.
Photography is not just a hobby. It's a passion, and with the right tools, you can capture memories that last a lifetime. Our collection features breathable materials that keep you cool and dry during your workouts. And our gear comes in a variety of great looks that will make you stand out from the crowd. Upgrade your photography game with our collection today.
Yeah, check that out. Upgrade your photography game, and you get your body cams there. See how just fits right there on his chest. That's some good stuff right there. That's looking perfecto.
Perfecto.
I'm telling you. No doubt.
Man.
What's up, Gray Dude? Northwoods Press. Great to see you. I don't know about you guys, but we've been having a hell of a time out here in Colorado between Aguilar and Alamosa and Los Animas, and whew, I'm telling you, it just don't stop out here. It don't stop. Is that?
No.
Oh,
Still waiting on my
is.
body camera. We'll see
Oh,
when I
man.
get that. Maybe this week.
I wonder if everybody else can hear that. Can you hear that? Chat, can you hear this? Or is it just me? Just because I'm picking it up, it's on my table. I'm just hearing this light whir, and then I pick it up and it's gone. I need to find a box to stick my computer on.
Find something. Northwood says yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna have to fix that. Let me mute up my mic. I got a little something queued up here. We were gonna talk about this with Vern, but I guess he's watching the Super Bowl or he's gone fishing or something. But we'll take a small little listen and look. This is from the last meeting. I just want to point out the fact that that it's just kind of hostile, this environment here. It's just crazy.
Hey, Bob, good to see you. Hey, there's me. I know that guy. Oh, here comes the tyrant.
For the campaigning part? No, but I need to let you know that you have to fill that in by Monday. If not, you're not eligible. You have to fill that out.
Dictator.
Well, you have signs everywhere.
Look, I'm not talking to you, am I? Why are you coming here even speaking to me?
Because I was letting you know.
I don't want you to let me know anything. So you're the one that gets into my face. I didn't say a damn thing to you. One down.
I'll stop.
I didn't say it. She came to me. She stood right here and came to me. I didn't say a damn thing.
Damn thing.
I just did, yeah. After she walked
How
out.
is immature?
After she
How
walked
old are
out.
you? Are you a grown man?
You people are idiots.
Idiots?
Yeah, idiots.
I take offense to that, Vern.
Well, he was approached first, and all of us saw that.
Oh, there's a big dog.
No, please.
If anybody's thinking of insurance, people,
Hey, Mom.
Things can be debated, things don't need to be argued.
Why
Things
agitated?
don't need to get to this
Go,
point.
yeah.
What side?
Hello?
Talk to his hand.
Donald, you're talking your hand.
What are you
talking
talking
my
about?
hand. I asked you, why agitated?
I said, everybody knock it off, so what's the deal?
Then go sit down.
I wanted to see if we have a full board.
Woo! Kind of crazy there, man. I'm telling you. Just a little hostile there. What's up, West Side?
That was all before the meeting even started, eh?
Yeah, that was like during my intro at that last part where, he was like, "Oh, I'm telling you to calm down." Yeah, that's where we came out of the intro. That was kind of crazy.
Mhm.
And I went back and I looked it up and I found it on theirs. And I got to say, for audio aspects, the audio seems to be a lot better now on their Facebook. They need to start speaking into their microphones a little bit more because, again, they're so far away from the microphones. Even like you were able to hear everything that was going on that the citizens were talking about more than you could hear what they were doing on the board. So it's a little bit better, a little bit. Well, it's getting there.
Well, it
Only
was
a
almost
year and
full.
a half.
That room was almost full, so it isn't feasible. I think I counted 7 more seats open in that entire room that day, and that was a small turnout. So the room's really not feasible.
No, the room's really not. But
Maybe they need to take some of that stuff down to the other location or something. They need to invest in something a little bit better.
maybe they could I hear that is that where they hold court? Is that where they hold court?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
That's
As I
what
was
I
like, I
hear.
heard they had a courthouse or something, but I guess that would be it too. I mean, it looked pretty courthousey, kinda.
Yeah, I believe that's where they hold their court.
Yeah, that looks kind of courthousey. It would make sense. I don't know. That room is kind of small. It even for the small turnout that it was almost full. So I can see why they've been holding it at the community center, but holding it at the community center with all the echoes and the floor and everything like that. I mean, you can't hear anything in there.
Right. Every time a furnace comes on.
Right.
Or in the
Percival,
summer.
bring Vern on. We tried to send him send him a message, Percival. We know you got him on message.
Hit him up.
Hit him up, man. Tell him to stop watching the Super Bowl and get up here and talk about this.
That's right. We're more entertaining than Taylor Swift.
You'll definitely see longer of us. We won't get just a 3-minute show.
I'm just saying, I got my own little fan club and shit, drawing me pictures and sending me love letters and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I got that. I got that right here. Hold on. This was great. I love this cartoon here. I love this cartoon. And the guy says that he didn't.
My beard is way bigger than that, though, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, my beard's bigger than my body, dude. I don't know what this guy's thinking.
You gotta
my beard's bigger than my whole body, dude. Like the beard should have definitely
the beard should have been the body. Yeah, the beard
yeah.
should have been the body.
But he tried, though.
I mean, it's a great cartoon. We told the guy, we give him a few bucks if we could put it up on a shirt, and he says he didn't do it. He just gave it to us. So, pretty much we're gonna claim that as fair use, and that's gonna go on a T-shirt.
It is fair use.
Yeah, I think that's fair use.
Would you buy one of those shirts, Percival? Right there, put that on one of the shirts. Buy that. And it's dope too. I'd put it on just the white shirt. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah, he's trying to hide, Bob. It's one of my biggest fans. He just doesn't know it yet. But I invited him up onto the show, but he's a pussy. So
yeah. At least we got Adam up on the show. At least Adam came up on the show. He doesn't come up on the show anymore, and we kind of understand. He's going through.
He's gotta get his balls out of the purse.
But as soon as he gets his settlement check, he says he'll be back up on the show here.
Yeah, Gotta get his balls out of the purse. You know,
We miss you, Adam.
then maybe.
I hear
But,
he's supposed to get his job back there, which would be kind of
yeah.
awesome. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know whose team he's going to play for this time, but maybe hopefully
Yeah.
he'll be on our side this time.
Well, you know, I heard the board was looking for a new spokesman.
Well, I heard they were looking for a new manager.
Oh, let's fucking
Yeah.
manage this.
Manage this. Let's manage this.
That's how you roll. That's how you get down.
Yeah, that's how I get down. I go after tyrants. You're a piece of shit tyrant. You wear a
Got it.
Got him. This
Hammer.
is probably going to give us a copyright, but I got to do it. It's been a long time.
Life can be a little rough. It makes you feel like you're 3 foot tall. When it's just you, well, times can be tough. When there's no one there to catch the fall. 3 foot tall.
I missed that one so much. I'm so glad we're
Consider that a virtual hug.
Almost kind of like this. Ooh.
Shake
Tingly.
them tail feathers. Yeah.
Tingly.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried.
Kind
to
of crazy, man.
He didn't want to come up, man. Damn.
No,
We're scared
but
of teaming with him.
no, but you know, we were bringing up little things, you know, about Aguilar because I mean, a lot of people are out of the loop, and you know, if you've been following the story, you know what kind of budget that I pulled for the 23 budget. I mean, it was a very well done budget, right to the penny, and I had like 5 different funds on there. But the most current budget, I don't know, something seems suspect, doesn't it, good citizen? Something seems suspect.
Always.
Picture this. You're strolling through the city, stopping occasionally to take some stunning shots. You compose the shot, the city buzzes around you, and you capture the moment. You're not just taking pictures, you're preserving memories, immortalizing moments in time. So, what are you waiting for? Unleash your creativity and dive into the world of photography.
I love it when the city buzzes around me.
Right? I'm telling you.
I love it when the city buzzes around me. All right, Bob.
All right, moms, go grab something to eat. I know it's around dinner time. But here we are with the new 2024 budget. This was the brand new budget just approved in that meeting that we showed at the beginning here. One of the council members had questions about this budget, and nobody could understand why at the meeting at the point in time, because of course, you know, they didn't post any of these as a proposed budget. Like, they didn't let the townspeople know what the proposed budget was. But this is it. We got it right here. And I don't know. If we go back and forth from the 2023 and the 2024 budget, nothing matches. Nothing. In fact, I don't even have a sewer budget. I don't have a gas budget. I don't have a water budget. I don't like.
You don't need those. You don't need those. No.
But they were all a part of the budget last time. How come they're not a part of the budget
Those
this
parts
time?
got her in trouble last time. We just don't need them this time.
Oh.
They're elected. Maybe we elect if we want to put out a gas budget.
I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. I mean, this whole government thing's got me so confused. Like, one year they do one thing, next year they don't do it, and then even still, like, none of these numbers match. Like, I'm none of these numbers match. Like, look,
I love how the taxes are, though. You know, 131, and then it goes to 139, then 139. But you know, it only went up just a slight bit in certain areas.
Well, I'm
You
still
know?
kind of confused because again, my knowledge on a budget, when I look at it, it should have 2 spaces for 2023. And one of those should have been the estimated budget that they approved at the very beginning of the year. And then the next one is supposed to be what they actually spent throughout the year. And then, you could tell how much they went over, how much they stayed under. I mean,
Right. You
there's
should have an actual for 2023 now, correct?
right, but you don't have it. Hey,
Right.
Jat. Yeah, you
Right.
don't have
Should be
that.
an actual instead of estimated bullshit. We should have actuals by now. We shouldn't still be on an estimated budget from fucking 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jim. Yeah, I know
What's
what you're
up,
saying.
Jim? This is Aguilar's budget, Jim. We're looking over it, wondering why we're still estimating 2022 instead of actual budgets, And these numbers are so jacked to shit don't make sense.
No, and
What's up, trouble?
I'm gonna bring up just to
What's
clarify.
up, John? Welcome, brother.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Holy shit, it's John Denicola. What's going on, man?
Feeling better, bro. We're just looking
you
at
guys-
this estimation. We're still estimating for the past few years. We'll actually get it right sometime.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see actual figures.
It would be nice to see actual figures, wouldn't it?
How about an actual audit?
Well, and
Man, and you
apparently
paid for this too, you people. You paid for them to give you. I mean, this is worthless. There's nothing viable on this fucking thing whatsoever because you're
What?
talking about no actual budget here.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I think that we all could have done this budget with Microsoft Word. It's just a spreadsheet, and you just enter the numbers into the spreadsheet and put.
Well, and it's all copy paste. Look at it.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing every year. She does
Revenues and fines. It's copy paste, copy paste. We don't even fucking have animal control, dude, but we're paying for it.
Have you guys seen anything about the audit and whether they paid for an audit?
no,
Yeah,
actually,
we're paying for it. We're paying for it again.
good citizen, that is revenue for animal
Right.
control.
That's what they're bringing in.
Right.
Right.
Oh, a whole
2,000
$100
every year for their building permits. They're bringing in, the 14 for the community center.
Is that the one that's closed?
Right.
Right now, yeah, until they get some repairs done.
Some.
How
Well,
are they bringing in? How are they bringing in money on weed and pest control? That's weird.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't figure
No,
out
that
how they
makes
were
sense,
bringing money
dude.
in on that.
Yeah, how they're bringing in money on animal control and weed and pest control is kind of fucking weird, dude.
Wait a minute. You're saying they're bringing in money because this is
That's a revenue. It's a
That's
revenue. Fees and
revenues.
fines. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's shown as an income.
I find this one hard to believe. The municipal court is only $700 for the year.
Right.
I think that's a little tough to swallow.
Well, okay. So you have that stuff, right? You have that stuff right there. Let me share you this tab. Oh. Uh-oh.
There's an actual budget back in 2021.
Well, this is actually the budget for 2023, and you supposedly got an actual for 2021, but you didn't get what the estimated budget was before. So I mean at least you got an
says that's
actual.
from a dog license.
I have to beg to differ on the actual for 2021, only for the simple fact that there was no audit finished or completed for 2021. So we don't know if those numbers are actually the correct numbers. So until an actual audit's done and those numbers are found to be correct, those aren't actual numbers.
Well, okay, so you guys brought up the animal control, right? So look at animal control one more time. What figures do you see for 2022?
Nothing.
Okay, what figure do you see for 2023?
200.
Okay, now, what figure do you see for 2022?
Oh, look at that.
What figure do you see for 2023?
She had 350.
Right. None of the numbers make sense. Miguel's saying that it's from them people paying to register their dogs. But even then, those figures don't add up. I mean,
well, that's my point.
At $10 a dog. I mean, come on.
Is you look at the numbers. So look at your building permits, right? You had an actual for 2021, but we don't see 2021 on this budget. So you had estimated 2022 for your building permits 555, and then your approved budget for 2023 was 2,500. So you go back over here, and you've got for your building permits, it's going to be $2,000 for 2022 and $2,000 for 2023.
Right.
The numbers are not even matching up.
The last actual was over 6, so that's like four missing each go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unaccounted for, approximate.
But these are again the estimated.
This is why you can't get an audit done, Aguilar. It's very clear.
I mean, they don't have anything underneath weed and pest control on the 2023.
Nah.
But they have stuff listed, and it's very small. It's very minute, $50, but it's all listed there. So there's a bunch of numbers that have been added. There's on the last budget, there's numbers that are missing. So, I mean, I don't even know where we really stand as far as a budget is concerned with Aguilar is concerned, because you don't even get like your fund balance. You go down to the total revenue and you don't even get your fund balance. But take account to that number, just the first 3 numbers, right? So they have a total revenue of $202,000 that they estimate coming in this year. Right. I mean, that's not bad, I guess. But then we go over into this screen here, which is their expenditures. And we're going to go down to total expenditures and how much are they spending out?
Right.
They're saying that they're going to spend out $233,000, 30,000
with
more.
contingencies, right?
Right.
Yep.
So I don't know.
But they have no financial concerns, though.
Okay. They can tell.
Just make it up as they go.
Okay, they can tell themselves that.
Yeah. Just make it up as they go, man.
I don't know, Gail. That's why I think what's her name? Mary? Mary had questions on the budget when they were trying to pass this budget. I mean, she was asking what certain things were, but I mean, I'm going back and forth through the 2023 in this budget, and like there is like all these spaces here, most of them are filled on the 2023 budget. Plus the 2023 budget has a sewer fund, it has a water fund, and it has a gas fund attached to it. This is all I got. I got revenues and expenditures for this budget.
I got to be honest with you. The only thing more disturbing than what you're seeing right here in print is the fact that the mayor had to have this stuff read to him.
Right.
No.
That's just insane.
It is insane. I mean, it's kind of crazy the fact that, you know, they passed a budget like
he's
this.
not mayor. He's not mayor no more, though. He's out of here.
Oh, did you hear the news, John?
No.
Oh, they put through recalls. They put through recalls on Mark and Donald, and word is they have all of the signatures and some that they need to get Donald out of that seat.
Well, that's awesome.
Bye, Donald.
Bye, Donald. And then we hear that Mark is just going to resign.
We're gonna get a mayor that can read, man.
And we might get another council member that can actually do their job.
That would be nice. It would be nice.
Right?
I be honest with you, these guys are going to be in for a long haul, though. I'm going to tell you right now, they got 6 years of crap they're going to have to clean up, starting from 2017 on, because these audits, the paperwork is not going to jive. They're going to have to go through. They're going to literally have to go through every bank account, every piece of paper, every goddamn thing that's in that.
No, they made it easy. They shredded them all. We ain't got to worry about that.
Well, you know, that would explain all those boxes that keep leaving the town hall.
Well,
and the shredder truck's always there, dude. So
well, and we've been noticing Tyra been working late. I mean, I got some footage of her in her office on the computer doing some shit, working real late, and then
putting this spreadsheet together. I think that's what she was doing.
Yeah, I think so. And then we got word that she had walked out with another box of something out of the office in the way after hours. So there's some shady shit going on there. There's a lot that seems very suspect right now, and I don't feel sorry for the people of Aguilar when they take it over. Why? Because it's as simple as this, John. All they have to do is request the state to come in and do a forensic audit.
Yeah,
and the state will come in and do all that work for them and get their books situated for them. And I mean, they might have to pay the state to do it, but I mean, they'd have to pay an auditor to do it anyways. And, I don't know what kind of shambles that office is going to be left in with all the paperwork.
They have to pay a CPA. Right. It was stated last time it was brought up. They're going to have to find a CPA to put their books in order because Tyra has them fucking just a shit mess, dude.
And if you remember in the last one where the state auditor or the woman from the state, when they were asked that question about having the state come in to do an audit, she said, absolutely not. We're not sending anybody.
Well, they're not sending anybody in right now, John.
The state cannot, what they're saying is they can't force their hand. The board has to be the one that brings that forth. You know what I mean? Well, have to go through motion and everything like that. Like, it's much harder for the state to press it on them than for the board to do the right thing.
Right.
Well, I guess here's my thing, okay? First of all, that's going to depend on what's left in the bank accounts, if anything, right?
Well, they just got like a $5 million loan, John.
They didn't get listen, nobody's seen that 2.68 million. Where'd that go? Seriously.
That went to the augmentation pond, with the guy that's contracting the job with the guy that subcontracts to the guy on the board.
Volunteer that we're paying $65 an hour.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the volunteer with the contract. That makes a lot of sense. I'm a volunteer, but I'm contracting for $65 an hour. God damn. I just you can't make this shit up.
What's up, American Amy? Yeah, he's volunteering for $65 an hour plus travel, so
and expenses.
Yeah.
Well, you got all types of hands in this, John. I mean, we're hearing all types of information and finding out all types of new things, like supposedly, allegedly board members having their hands in the augmentation pond construction of some sort.
Is that
do that, would they, John?
Is that the same?
Like people who sit on the board wouldn't be accepting money from this augmentation pond, would they? They wouldn't contract for something like that, would they do that?
Well, You know, normally I would say a non-corrupt board wouldn't, but this board, there's definitely the possibility and a half.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them. And I got to be honest with you, I think everyone that's involved with that, I think that they should be investigated. And if they find out that money was exchanged in hands, then the new board should go forward and take them up on criminal charges. That would be, and again, I'm no lawyer, so I'm not giving legal advice. I'm just saying that's what I would do if I was a board member. I would find out what money exchanged hands, who it exchanged hands with, and whether it was legal for it to exchange hands. And if it wasn't legal, it's criminal.
Well, we got one board member that, you know, he's a business owner here in town, and he's respectable, and people just don't understand, you know, what kind of perks he's getting from being on the board. You know, he has to be doing it out of the kindness of his heart. But yeah, you sure do see his trucks pulling out of that construction site there. So
are they still paying for water trucks to come in the middle of the night and drop off water that's not drinkable?
No, actually, John, they're paying for them to come in during the broad daylight now. I just unfortunately was not there for that day. And I don't know if anybody got footage of the trucks coming in, so I don't know if there was any DOT numbers, but they're actually just flat out telling people they're going to do this. But they're also telling their citizens that they have a leak and that they owe for 50,000 gallons of water when that's not even the case too. So I mean,
you're telling me that the guy who's supposed to be handling the water situation can't find a
supervisor
in the water situation.
Yeah.
Am I missing something here?
Supervisor. Well, he's trying to claim like one resident used over 50,000 gallons in a month.
Yeah.
One resident, 50,000 gallons in a month of non-drinkable, non-bathable water.
Yeah.
So you know, how stupid does that sound?
Well, that's what they're doing to certain residents.
Fuck you, pay me.
It's not just one. It's multiple. And
who do you argue it to? Tyra? She's dense, dude.
Right.
You ain't gonna argue it to her.
No. You know where you argue that one? You know where you have to argue that one? You have to turn around, and I hate to say this, and it pains me to say it, but you'd have to argue it with the Attorney General. And you'd have to go, hey, what the hell? Why am I being charged for 50,000 gallons for X amount of people in a house that gives me X amount of gallons of usage every month? And now all of a sudden being charged for 50,000 gallons. Don't make sense. It doesn't. It's not. It's right.
I wouldn't pay a dime for none of that hazardous shit.
No.
That's my opinion.
No, I mean it's fully out there that they've got lines older than the town, pretty much.
And they went all year without testing too.
Yeah.
And remember, we have the audio of Tyra saying, "Well, if our water is bad, don't you think the state would do something about it? We have to submit testing every da-da-da-da-da." Well, they just fucking don't submit testing. We have the proof.
They just get fined. They get fined. That's what the state does. They fine them, and then that's it. I mean, I haven't seen any other.
I think we paid $4,000 last year in fines to them, and we're gonna pay way more this year because we haven't done a single fucking test. So,
well, yeah, if I remember correctly, not even last month there was a thing where the state came right out and said they haven't submitted a test in the last 6 months.
Yes.
I mean,
man. They don't keep up.
It's not a matter of not keeping up. They know that the water's shit, and they know they're killing people.
Right. That's why they don't keep up. You know?
It's a disgrace.
Instead, the water's good, and you use 50,000 gallons. Pay me. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's how that goes around here.
I don't even know where you would begin with that. If somebody sent me a bill for 50,000 gallons of water usage, knowing that my bill has never been anything over 400 gallons of water usage, dude, you better come with more than just, oh, well, we think you used it. You better have proof that I used it.
Right.
I would be demanding that shit. Not to mention the fact that we all know where the leak is, right? So if we know where the leak is and they don't, and they're trying to charge other people for it, what does that say about the people that they have hired to do this work? They clearly aren't qualified to do the goddamn job.
It's not that, John. What it is their infrastructure is so out of date. It should have been replaced a long time ago. It has been brought out in the meetings that they are running like 100-year-old lead pipes that you barely touch these things and they crumble. Like, these things are so deteriorated, it's not even funny. They need to replace their entire sewer infrastructure, and the whole water infrastructure needs to be replaced, and they just don't have the manpower or the money to do it because they let it go so bad.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, going back a few years, and correct me
Thanks, Amy.
But going back a few years, they had the ability to get state-funded grants along with federal grants to fix the water situation. And instead of putting the grants in, and maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know, because I can't get my record requests fulfilled, right? So either way,
you're in trouble now, John.
They applied for those grants, right?
You got busted, buddy. Sorry.
In order to get those grants, they had the ability.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could have fixed this situation years ago, and they chose to instead ignore it.
It's not even that. So they had the opportunity. They had the money. They had grant money. It's documented that they had $1 million point something grant to get this augmentation pond done, and the money disappeared, and so did the clerk at the time.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was like 1.8 million that they had.
Yeah, somewhere around there. It was a pretty nice size, and the money's gone. That clerk is gone. No augmentation pond is done, and that was 10 years, a little bit more prior to this.
That's insane. I'm sorry, this is insane. And these people all have been in power while all that was going on, and that's what's even more scary.
Right fighter, tell me, how has any charges been brought up against the mayor of Boone, Colorado? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the mayor of Boone, Colorado was going to be taken off of the board, and in Boone, the mayor actually has control of the money and the bank accounts and whatnot and so forth. And the mayor took all of the money that was in the fund for the town and ended up quitting. She told the news flat out, yeah, I took the money because if I didn't take the money, it would all be gone now. They would have all spent it by now and blah, blah, blah. But she stole the town's money. She told the news she took the town's money. The cops know that she took the town's money. She never got locked up and she never got charged. And I haven't heard anything on that story. I'm still waiting to run into Boone. I mean, I drove through there here recently, and it's pretty small. So it's about the size of Aguilar.
If
I'd like to know.
The bank account that she cleaned out was 450,000 plus, just a little over 450,000.
Yeah. And no charges are filed to my knowledge on that one, but it could be because, they left the county lines. They allegedly had moved up into the Denver area with that money. And I guess because it's out of county lines, you can't touch them. kind of like that whole like sliding people and having 15 minutes to get over the county line and not have to worry about getting busted thing.
Yeah.
that whole situation.
Yeah.
So
That's how it works.
now charge that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Right? What am I missing? That's what I'm trying. That's what me, Good Citizen, John, Vern, everybody else that's been following this story as long as we have. I mean, the amount of fucking laws that have been broken just by Tyra, Sarah, Stephanie, fucking Donald. I mean, just the rights and the laws that have been violated by these people just mind boggle me how they're not arrested. They're not sitting in jail right now.
They won't.
I think it has to do with the advisement of their new attorney.
What's up, Myron? Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, rules for thee, not for me, right? Right, John?
Yeah, well, we'll see how.
Hey, but you guys seen though, John? The mayor's got that magic hand. He just pushes his finger on it a couple times, and hello.
So did they turn the recall petition in?
Yes, everything is in so far. They collected the signatures and that should all be going in, but again, this is all being run by Tyra, so she already had tried screwing it up by holding on to the paperwork and not letting them know anything for like 10 days, and then finally gave them paperwork back and whatever and let them know what was going on, but wouldn't let them know exactly how many signatures they needed for each person either. I mean, they were being that petty. I got it from 4 different people that Tyra would not tell them how many signatures they needed for this recall. What it took was me going in with my camera, grabbing the budget and asking how many signatures they needed for the recall. That's what it took.
I remember seeing that the other day, a couple of days ago. And it's funny too, because you would think after being smacked down by the Secretary of State 4 times in 1 week, that she would have learned her lesson and that she would turn that paperwork in and get that going, because she has no choice in the matter at this point, to be honest with you. I mean,
no, she doesn't.
She
but
has
she
rights,
has no.
John. She has rights. What about her rights?
Yeah, her rights only apply when she's not in that office. When she's in that office, she has privileges and duties.
But she's
and
been told that 10 times. She don't comprehend that. It don't. That's not how it works in her mind.
Well,
She's right.
She's gonna learn. I got to tell you that right now. She's gonna learn that her rights stop when she walks through that door of the town hall in the morning, and then she gets her rights back when she leaves. But between working hours, sorry, you got nothing.
Right?
Like on top of her head. Nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
She should have
That's
been a
so mean.
supermodel.
Well, you should stop running her through the mill, Good Citizen.
I'm telling you what. Woo.
Hey, you people.
Speaking of the mill, John Percival's in here.
Who is?
Percival?
Say what's up, Percival. Say what's up to John. Don't be shy.
Yeah. Hey, Adam.
No, that's Percival.
Oh, Percival. I'm sorry.
That's his cousin. That's his cousin.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Adam's ninja.
I'd like to go fishing with him.
Oh my God. We miss you, Adam. We miss you, buddy.
Oh shit.
Please.
His typing fingers are worn out. What can he say?
Don't tell me that these guys got you.
Oh man, Percival.
First of all,
He wants me to get Vern up here. Percival says, "Get Vern up here."
Get Vern up here. Oh man.
Yep.
Picture this. You're strolling through the city, stopping occasionally to take some stunning shots. You compose the shot, the city buzzes around you, and you capture the moment. You're not just taking pictures, you're preserving memories, immortalizing moments in time. So, what are you waiting for? Unleash your creativity and dive into the world of photography.
Damn right. You could do a lot of creative things with photography. Get out there. We need more photographers out there. You too can make a difference. Did you know that you can make a difference?
If you're a photographer, you probably already know that you can make a huge difference in people's lives. You probably also know that photography can be a crime. But what if I told you that there is a way to do photography and make a difference without breaking the law? All you have to do is go to this website and check it out for yourself.
Check it out.
I'm just curious. What do you think, you guys? What do you think was standing there that day? About $750,000 worth of pay right there with all those guys.
Oh, I think the total count was 22 officers had shown up on scene and left in between. Like there was officers that showed up and then they took off, and then more officers showed up, and some of them stayed, some of them took off. So I think the total was about 22 officers that day.
Yeah, so you figure probably close to about $750,000 of tax dollars standing around for people with cameras. Gee, that's money well spent, huh?
Well, I mean, they had to get their $125. They had to get their $125 from a person that, you know, I don't care what anybody says. I fully believe by law that you don't need a driver's license and registration. I would fully say get insurance so that way you're covered, but I don't think that you should have a driver's license or registration if you're not using your vehicle for monetary aspects. So I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracy and, you know, talk about that, John. I mean,
there's a lot of it. There's a lot of talk about that. There's a lot of talk about it. And if you look, I think today somebody ran something. I think Here's the Deal ran a thing about that today or yesterday, where they actually brought up U.S. code that supported that theory that Chris had, which is you don't need a driver's license and you don't need you don't need to.
I know when I read about the registration, it says the plates are a voluntary anti-theft deterrent. That's what it states. But I guess so the cops don't steal your shit, right? If you don't have them, the cops are going to steal your shit. So I guess it stops you from getting your shit stolen from the Blue Line gang.
Right. I guess so. But then I also hear that, and I want to hold on a second. Myrtle Beach, thank you for becoming a new member on Good Citizens.
Appreciate you, Myrtle Beach. Thank you.
Thank you very much for becoming a new member. But my opinion on that is they claim that once you put license plates on your vehicle, that is now government property, as far as you are attaching government property to your vehicle, which now makes it theirs, which they could take at any time. Is that my understanding on it, or am I just like, is that tinfoil hat thinking? Because I keep hearing that license plates are actually government property. Doesn't matter if you pay for them or not, but they're actually government property. Is that true?
Give or take, who knows? I mean,
give or take, who knows?
I mean, at this point, everything's so goddamn convoluted. They got so many laws that are for something, so many laws against something. You know, we just got to go back to the bare basics. You know, and I saw a thing today. Jim Freedom, was speaking at council meetings today, and on the video he ran today, and it was interesting, because the stuff that he was talking about essentially is no victim, no crime, and if there is a victim, you pay the victim. You don't pay the state, you don't pay the government, you pay the victim.
Well, they claim to be the victim. See, that's where it becomes a sticky situation, because you're like, well, I'd like to face my accuser, but you're not facing your accuser. You're facing the cop that gave you the ticket, which is claiming the state is a victim.
Well, here's the funny part about that. It's funny because according to them, right, like a disorderly conduct charge, an officer can't be the complainant in a disorderly charge, right? So if you can't be a complainant, why the friggin' they arresting people for disorderly, knowing that they can't be a complainant?
Well, see, okay, so hold on, John. So this is my question. How does a victim, which would be the police, obviously, how does the victim become the aggressor but stay the victim? Can you answer me that question?
I wish I knew.
Okay, because the situation, I know it sounds confusing, chat. The situation is we had a gentleman who is a Marine, got shot in the back by a machine gun round, earned a Purple Heart, has many accommodations in the military. This guy has done great things, and this is what he gets pulled over for, is not having a license plate. And because he decided he did not want to take off his hat due to respect of the court, they decided to come in and John Cena, pile drive him into the ground. And not only that, but tase him 3 times. A gentleman that can barely walk, that can barely move at this point in time because of the injuries and everything that he sustained during his service. And they just came in and pile drived him over a hat. But they're still the victim, John. They got their $125. They were just doing their job, right?
No, here's my thing, okay? I want to see the in-court cameras because I have a feeling that when you do see those cameras, that there are going to be time skips in the camera footage. And the reason why I say that is my understanding from when I was listening to it on the Zoom was that the woman that tased him before the sergeant even showed up.
Right?
And body slam.
Somewhat to the effect, like she already had tased him, and he still wasn't going down.
Got there.
Yeah.
So if the report, according to what I read in their report, right? According to what I read in their reports, that's not what they claimed. They claimed that she tased him after he came in and slammed him on the ground, after he told them that he had a back injury. So their reports, I don't think, in my opinion, aren't going to jive with the video footage.
Well, hold on, John, because didn't you remember we had a nice long conversation with that young lady? The same young lady that went hands-on, the same young lady that created and investigated the situation. Nobody higher than her, not even the other gentleman. Well, I'm sorry, her husband, Perfecto, her husband, which is a conflict of interest.
And why didn't the old man write a statement? He came in and went hands-on. Why didn't he put out a statement?
Well, I think what's even more telling is the fact that young lady that thinks that her badge grants her extra privileges is trying to act as a FOIA officer when clearly she is not one. Also, she is denying public records without the ability to do so, not to mention the fact she still has to quote a law denying those public records. And she couldn't do any of that. So to me, what it sounds like to me is somebody is too big for her britches and somebody needs to get slapped down. And if that means that she's cleaning toilets in the goddamn courthouse, that's what she should be doing.
Oh, you got Perfecto's attention.
Oh, come at me,
John. You got his
I see.
attention, John. He might just grip you up and throw you out of that court, John.
That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm teabagging my phone right now.
Dude, and he didn't even he didn't even try to lie or nothing about going hands on with me. He just tried to justify it. Well, you're gonna keep following me? You're gonna keep watching me?
You're gonna keep it up.
Yeah, motherfucker. That's what I do.
I'm curious, what crime is following? What crime is any of what you did?
Well, and it wasn't private property that day either. It was only private property the month before.
Yeah, you notice he left that part out when he said that he gave you the keys. No, he dropped the keys on the ground. First
The most
Second of all, he
noticeable
told you
thing
that
to me,
I'm sorry?
the most noticeable thing to me is when the undersheriff shows up and how this guy has nothing else to say after the undersheriff gets on the scene. So that tells me he's a loose cannon all the time when the undersheriff ain't there, and then acts a completely different way when he is. That's what that tells me about this guy.
Yeah. Well, right, fighter. If you missed it here, I tell you what, I'll play you a clip and maybe you can get it. But I'm gonna play you another clip here in a few minutes from that day, and we can point out where the voice came from this clip. Oh. Wrong one. Okay. Now,
yeah,
now we're on it.
theoretically, but sir, you don't really seem like you don't have the information that I need so I can track this down for you. Do you know what you were arrested for? Do you know the date you were arrested?
Not right now in front of me. I'm at lunch right now, and I was just trying to get the information so that way I could FOIA request this stuff. I didn't fully expect to get into a full-blown here's all my information, here's the date and time and whatever. I don't have any of that paperwork.
With a police officer.
What's that?
What's your name? So I can find. I said you didn't expect to know the date and time when you were dealing with the police officer.
No. What I said was my intention was to call up and find out who to FOIA request information from, not to get into a full back and forth and have to give you information that I don't have in front of me. I'm sorry, ma'am, that I don't have a photographic memory, but not all of us do. Tell me, what were you doing the week of September in 1983?
I wasn't born yet, but if you would give me a last and first name, I can probably find all the information for you so you can have it. So you can request that specific information whenever you get to the sheriff's office.
What do you mean?
So I have a database that gives me access to find exactly when this person was arrested, and if by the simple search of your name, I can find when you were arrested here at the court.
Okay, I think you misunderstood. So you can hear the arrogance. That video is out there on my channel, by the way, if you want to go listen to the whole thing. We also got the clerk to admit that there was video recording allowed in all lobbies and hallways and FOIAs. And yeah. But she also said in that clip as well, John, that we weren't going to get that footage, that we had to request it from her as well. I was
need a lawyer
further down. I didn't want to be skipping through. I just figured I'd play that nice little clip there. Yeah. But you see where we're at. I mean, she already said that we're not going to get it. But in the police report, I like how they could go minute by minute by minute on what was going on.
Well, what I think is funny is she says we're not going to get it, right? Well, you put in a Cora/FOIA request, and I don't think that the federal government is going to take too kindly to a deputy who is not a FOIA officer that thinks that she's going to deny a request.
I'll tell you, John, my request is in, and it went directly to the sheriff, the FOIA officer, verbally and written, and I have received receipt of them receiving it. So our clock is definitely started, and we will be getting that footage. I don't give a fuck what that dumb bitch says. She's gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
Good
well,
learn. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, though. You know, this is somebody that's trying to overstep her boundaries, and nothing but nothing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to cover up for the crimes that they committed that day. Whether people like what I'm saying or not, like, at this point, you know, you like it, don't like it, whatever, your choice. At the end of the day, what they did was criminal. The guy
he states in the written police report that I was confrontational, so he removed me from the building and told me don't come back.
Yeah, he neglected.
There's multiple things about that. For one, I wasn't confrontational. I asked him his fucking name and his badge number. He still to this day is yet to tell me. That's why I call him Mustache, because he refuses to tell me his name. I know his name is Perfecto, but that doesn't fucking mean here nor there until he identifies himself. He chose to not identify himself that day and instead got pissed off and called it confrontational. I was asking for that information. So that shot out the door. And then I had business to do with the clerk. I couldn't go back in. He denied me access to the courts, bro.
Well, you got to remember, he also when he dropped the keys on the ground, he told you that you were trespassing on private property, knowing full well that that whole building, along with that parking lot, is public property because they're collecting money from the public.
Well,
He's a fucking moron.
I was going to play that clip. What'd you do? Put that into members?
No.
You shouldn't be calling him Mustache. You should be calling him Dirty Slop Bastard.
Oh, I thought you went live.
Yeah, it was. It's to the right. The one with the brown with my icon.
No, not that day. The day before, when he threw the keys at you and threw you out of the courthouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was live. He was live.
They're just a short from that one too. I unlisted it because no sense people even wasting their time with it. It was so grainy, dude. It was junk.
Yeah, but
there's the short of it.
You know what though? You know what?
Gotta go down.
If you look at it though, the part where he told you were trespassing and stuff wasn't grainy.
Huh?
Yeah, it kind of is.
No,
we'll play it right here.
In a second.
It's definitely kind of grainy.
Thank you.
All of it was, but this last time wasn't as grainy. So, but yeah, this is the same cop that I cussed out this last time right here. Says he's not gonna deal with me. Got me fucked up. Gonna put his hands on me and think he ain't gonna deal with me.
Are they gonna assault me when I get there? No. Well, why they assault me here? Why does these fucking officers think they can put their hands on me? I ain't broke no fucking laws. He ain't have no authority to be touching me, man. The fuck's wrong with you people? Fucking Rambo, right? There he is, Rambo right here, guys. He wants to assault me. I'm gonna sue the piss out of this bald-headed motherfucker, dude. Oh, you're gonna deal with me. You're gonna deal with me either way. You should never put your hands on me. Don't ever touch me again, fool. Ever. Don't touch me.
It's time to leave the premises.
This is public.
No, it's not.
This is public.
This is a private property parking lot. It's time to leave.
Oh, okay.
If you stay here longer, it's trespassing. It's time.
You hear this, guys?
You
got it. Are they gonna assault me when I get there? No.
There you go.
Did you show that to the sheriff too?
What's that?
Did you show that to the sheriff?
He got a chance to scroll through our channels. We had a nice little talk with him.
I would send that.
Well, then the next time I seen him, that had a good, clear picture, and that's when I went off on him. You know what I mean? Because he tries to justify putting his hands on me, dude.
Bro, he's just been leaving it.
What's wrong with that guy, dude?
I would send that clip to the sheriff and ask the sheriff, right, in no uncertain terms, at what point does the courthouse, along with the courthouse grounds, become private property? under his sergeant's stand.
I asked the sheriff right straight to his face that question.
Yeah, we asked. So John, calm down. I know it's infuriating. I understand it's infuriating, but calm down. Here, I got a clip for you to watch. I mean, that clip there was just a couple weeks prior to this clip here. Check this out, John.
So he can let his shit run, but if you do it, they're gonna give you a ticket and put you in jail. We got a puffer later, Jay.
Oh, a puffer.
A puffer.
Remember, emergency vehicles are allowed. Remember?
Emergency vehicles are allowed to be puffers. Yeah. Yeah.
719-589.
He's a puffer. They're standing in the hallway looking out here at us and shit. They're stupid, dude.
Yeah, that judge was a joke.
Oh, we don't
He is. He's arrogant.
And that's my first and humble opinion.
He is arrogant. Look at these trees, guys. We got nice trees in here. Nice little building, brand new. We got Mr. Mustache.
What's up?
Mr. Mustache.
Mr. Beard.
What's up? How you doing?
You good? What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
You guys called?
I didn't call you.
You guys didn't call anything in? No?
Why would I call you? Do I look like I need somebody beat?
Did you call something?
That's all you're good for, right?
Call for help about this patrol car right here. This
What about
cruiser.
it?
It's puffing.
It's exempt.
It's exempt. I understand, but the people
Like
are-
most things. Like
Yeah.
he can snatch you up. He's exempt from
You've called-
that too. Yeah.
Call dispatch. You don't need to call the sheriff's.
Hello.
He's a real
Dispatch.
arrogant one.
Yeah,
Dispatch.
I'll call him back.
Dispatch is out for sheriff's.
Oh, yeah,
office.
then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that
So-
car's exempt. It's they're common to be running while
Well, that's
they're in
all
the
right.
middle of their
Let's
duties
talk about it. How long has it been running?
for a while.
A long time.
It runs all day when I'm patrolling, and it runs all day when I'm letting an idle out of duty. So yeah,
So
it's,
Full of
it's a
duty.
very, very common thing.
it's
Full
a
of
very
duty.
common thing.
Very common thing.
Right. No, we're documenting it. The people appreciate
That's
that you feel so
Alrighty, guys.
confident to leave your
Anything
vehicle
else?
like this.
Anything else?
We've asked you to turn the vehicle off, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it off.
Okay, he's not going to turn it
doesn't
off.
need to
good.
be turned
That's all. That's all I wanted. We wanted to
Okay,
turn
So
the
you
vehicle
feel like
off,
putting
man.
your hands on me
You guys-
today?
Are you gonna?
Am I gonna what? Ask what your name and badge number?
Are you gonna follow me around?
Am I gonna ask what your name and badge
It
number?
doesn't happen, right?
No, it doesn't happen, right?
Yep.
You know what 16-3-311 is?
Wait, I need a photo.
Are you aware of the law?
Step back.
I can
You do
watch
not
you
need to
all
get
I
close.
want.
Step back.
16-3-311. Suck
Do
a
not
dick.
follow.
Fuck off, bitch. You don't know who the fuck I am, obviously, right?
I don't really care.
Fuck you, piece of shit. Don't fucking follow me, motherfucker. This is public, bitch.
Close that if you're gonna be in this.
Suck a dick.
You can record quietly.
Fuck off. You can record quietly. You ain't nobody, motherfucker. You ain't shit.
Put your hands on me again.
Shut the door.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Put your hands up.
Close the public building up.
Huh?
You're such a dick licker.
You put your hands on us again.
Look at you, motherfucker. You just can't wait to touch
Funny, huh?
somebody.
It's funny, huh? Funny,
Alamosa.
huh?
Look at these guys.
Funny, huh?
Show of force. The gang.
You guys are
The
live.
gang.
Let's do it. You're live. We're
The
live.
gang. Look at the gang.
We're live.
Hey, please don't come no closer to me. Get your ass back in the building. Fuck you. Go back inside.
Being a nuisance.
Don't fucking follow me. Get back inside. Fuck
You're
you.
in this room, right?
I have a right to redress my government.
Be quiet.
You're not gonna stomp on my rights, bitch.
Be quiet.
Fuck you.
You're
Oh,
being
I
loud.
want to talk to you too.
Yeah, make sure those cameras are going.
We all heard.
We will be
you on
getting
the
them.
phone call
Yeah,
where you were
you're a terrible tyrant.
I want you to know.
Your line is so fucking on point,
Proud of
right?
yourself, and everyone heard that too in the call. All right.
There's the lying bitch.
Sure.
I'm the undersheriff.
Now, see, the undersheriff's there now. Watch his
Almost,
entertainment.
almost a county.
Because I would like for this puffer to be turned off.
Look at these guys.
Very simple request. He escalated it.
So it happens
maximum mostness.
when you public in public.
No one needs to be hurt.
This guy here, he's fucking butthurt.
The simple.
Little pansy
Can you
bitch.
get it turned off, please?
It's a waste of.
I appreciate you talking with me. I've not said anything offensive to anyone here.
Actually, yes.
All I
Oh,
did
hi.
was call for service. The people of
waste
Colorado
gas.
want this car
Yeah.
turned off.
By
That's all.
2030, you won't.
Thank
be
you for
Look at
coming.
these guys.
I'm grateful for your service.
Share it out. It's the undersheriff right here. His name is Sean Woods.
2030.
Jamie
Yeah, that's why it was 2030.
Now, you know, the other cops are gonna be rolling in here because they asked for some help, so.
Okay, that's all right.
We can do
Right.
whatever we need.
They all have guns. We have cameras, and they need help, guys. This is the America we live in. Look at these fools.
We're starting, and I'm glad we don't see any blue lines.
Look at these fools.
You guys have
And if
brought
they ever get attitudes
us
to the other
Look at them.
mentality, and when
We got one.
escalate, you try to escalate.
There's
And
one.
de-escalate
Shame.
like we professionally
There's two.
supposedly
Shame.
trained to do.
Three.
Yeah.
Keep a distance, 6 feet.
Shame.
6 feet.
You
Remember?
keep a distance.
Remember,
Fuck you.
You know, you recognize it a certain way and I do too.
Well,
And
the
You need to find a different job, motherfucker. You got the wrong demeanor for this. Fuck you.
Well, but you're expected to build positive.
I'll have that badge, bet.
And I just wanted to inform you. Because if
You're going to add to my pile of badges.
you could lose-
Guaranteed, we'll own that badge, guys. Bet. You already know how we do this.
And hopefully these other
Like it or not.
Whatever, like, we're totally just lawfully recording out here. That doesn't need to be.
Yeah, we don't need all these
in response.
We don't
people
need to-
bullying us around while we're in the public,
Is this one here under?
threatening me. This one here especially.
Okay, this lady right here was recorded on a phone call. That was.
You're not gonna have a job much longer
Thousands.
because you can't handle it.
People have heard it.
You don't belong wearing a badge, dude.
And I should play back the video.
You don't say shit when the undersheriff's there. Look at his little bitch ass.
So I'm giving my complaint to you.
She's so stupid.
Okay, and all of America has seen it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, that was just what? A little over 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah, maybe about 5
Yeah, it
minutes.
was an action-packed 38 minutes, wasn't it?
It was.
Mr. Nasty Stash there needs to get smacked down.
Yeah, now those guys are married, guys. Back it up, you people, to those two standing next to
Which
each
one?
other.
This guy and the one that was on the farthest right?
They're standing right next to each other, right here. That's them. They're married. That's
Those
a couple.
two?
Yeah.
those two are
Oh,
married.
she's definitely part of the 40%er club. Oh, you know he goes home and beats the hell out of her at night. My opinion.
They probably beat each other.
Yeah. They take turns
Can't
smacking
get
each other
enough.
with the handcuffs.
That porn stash really does it for us.
Telling you, crazy, bro. But that's
What's up,
just a-
Byron? We was talking about you, man. You missed it.
Hey,
Damn.
bro.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
We had your buddy Vern. Vern, we had your buddy in here. You
Oh,
missed
no.
it. We was talking about you. We was talking about the budget. We was talking about all kinds. You missed all of it, Vern. Where the hell you been? Taking a nap?
Jesus,
Well,
Vern
you-
asked him to take me fishing.
It's just a few minutes ago you sent me the link to it. I didn't know you was live.
Shit.
So, Vern, when did he get
I
seated?
sent you a link an hour ago.
Yeah.
When did he get seated on the council?
The 25th of April.
Nice. I may have a little work for you to do.
First thing you're gonna do is bring Adam back, right?
No, I think the first thing we're going to do is call for a forensic audit.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get our emergency management services in order.
You really want that?
We need some
Town needs
management
water,
around
bro.
here. We got a supervisor. We need a manager still.
We're going to do everything we can. I'm sure Adam ain't going to come back, especially if I'm on the board again.
Well, I don't know if he wants to come back if you're on the board, Vern.
He
I
does
mean, you
want
guys
to
are
with me.
mission buddies, but I mean,
Yeah.
after the last time, I don't know. That was pretty brutal.
Just depends on how long it takes him to get his balls out the purse.
Well, you know what? He called the police on me from Colorado Springs saying I was threatening him.
You're a menace to society, Vern.
Actually, on your show, though.
Hey, nobody watches this show. It's all right.
Well, he took a break from your show for a few minutes to call the police on me.
Yeah. He's probably off watching the Super Bowl now.
It's because you're such a lovable guy, Vern.
Right. I get that a lot.
Yeah, we were talking about the budget, how none of the numbers match up and all that, and we were talking about the recall. We were talking about all that stuff, and we just switched over to talking about the Alamosa about the time that I got a hold of you. So, but we can revisit the Aguilar stuff. You got anything you want to bring up about it?
Yeah, what have you been? What I kind of am interested, Vern. What kind of research have you done on this budget?
Man, you know what? I've been researching the budgets since I was on the council, and I can't find an actual on anything anywhere. It's so fucked up. And the idea that it went for like 10 years without a problem, and then for the last 5 years, it's all screwed up. So something's happened in the last 5 years. And the only way that this is going to be fixed is a forensic audit. Let the state get up their ass and see what they can dig out.
Sounds like possible embezzlement to me, but what do I know?
I agree. And it sounds like worse, there's so much, it seems like corruption that, I'm not going to be able to say that until after an audit.
Well, you shouldn't say it, but here's what I'll say. I find it awfully peculiar that a city clerk making $16 an hour can afford a new vehicle.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she's making. I think she's getting paid as a treasurer and a clerk, and I think she gets other perks like her gas and water paid and internet. She's getting more than 16 an hour, or she would have bitched whenever everyone got a $3 an hour raise. She ain't said a fucking word.
Well, I don't know how.
One of those perks is when her battery gets a little low.
You could survive just off of $16 an hour, just her.
I don't know, but again, these are the things. And again, if our record requests were ever answered, our core requests were ever answered, maybe we would know what she's making.
Yeah, well, I've got Cora requests in that I've already paid for, and she refuses to fill the Cora request, and she refuses to give me my money back. That's out fucking right theft.
Well, Vern, the lawyer only advises.
Was that the pay schedule? What is that?
That's the old pay schedule.
Yeah, Adam ain't making that $12.56 no more.
I'm surprised we don't have that in the budget either. I mean, shouldn't there be a breakdown of what the clerks and all them make?
There was. Hold on a second.
Well, it's not him.
Actually, between Adam and her, you're looking at like the town saved. Between Adam and the marshal, the town saved probably $90,000 in a year. Where the fuck's that money? I came up with the same thing.
Let's do it like this, Vern. Let's bring up this tab that I've got here. Bring up that tab here.
There it is.
You were asking
5,000 went to the streets. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Even though the county came in and graded them all free at $1,400 their charge, we spent $5,000, even though we haven't graded the streets since I've been here.
Yep. Yeah, don't forget.
I've seen them graded twice now in the last 7 years, but they never put new material down. All they done was scrape the hard pack into the holes that were there, which of course have washed out already.
Right. Since I've been here, they scraped my road down one time since I've lived here, and that was the county doing it, not the town. Town's never done it since I've lived here. So why they are taking $5,000, I'm not sure. Is that for plowing or something? I don't get it.
But these aren't actual numbers we're looking at.
No,
These are
these
just
are all
estimation.
estimated. Yeah. Yeah, there hasn't been an actual shown since 2021.
Okay, I haven't even seen that one. I've been looking for any actual that I could find. But there is one
Yeah,
for 2021.
2021 has an actual we can show you, but it's nothing good. Right there's your actual 2021. I mean, but yeah.
Okay,
It's
actual.
It's not actual though, you know what I mean? It just says actual. I wouldn't believe
Yeah.
those numbers against any books.
Well, considering is how even the 2022 budget that I've got, because I've pulled them all for the last 4 years, none of the numbers match. None of the numbers match.
No.
Well, whenever they approve a budget for 3,000 and they spend 10,000, that's well over what they're allowed to do, and there is a law against them doing that.
Right. Well, and how do they do that when they already fucking spend the money before they approve it too, right?
And that's another issue that's going to come up.
You people, can you do me a favor? I'm looking and I'm seeing a number here for CDOT, the HUTF, and it shows for the 21 the actual number for 30,436, right? Can you find that in the new budget?
That was in the revenue. Okay. And you were looking at CDOT.
Yeah.
The HUTF. Okay, let's go over.
Vern,
that was in revenue.
Vern, I heard you was thinking about becoming a photographer, Vern.
Picture this. You're strolling through the city, stopping occasionally to take some stunning shots. You compose the shot, the city buzzes around you, and you capture the moment. You're not just taking pictures, you're preserving memories, immortalizing moments in time. So, what are you waiting for? Unleash your creativity and dive into the world of photography. If you're a photographer, you probably already know that you can make a huge difference in people's lives. You probably also know that photography can be a crime. But what if I told you that there is a way to do photography and make a difference without breaking the law? All you have to do is go to this website and check it out for yourself.
Check it out.
Now look at the numbers here for the same thing, right? She got 30,000 across the board, right? And if you go back, the numbers were 12,000 and 24. So how the fuck are you spending 30,000 for those same 2 years? And you're charging, and you got them listed as 30,000.
This is what we're talking about, John. This is the
total,
numbers.
Total revenue. She's claiming.
What's up, Lady J? Good to see you.
This is all revenue, John. This is the revenue that they're claiming.
359.
No, for the CDOT HUTF, it's 30,000 all the way across, Vern. Okay.
Okay.
Now that's the 2023 budget that we're staring at. Now you go to the 2024 budget. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's
the 2024 budget is 30,000 all the way across.
Right.
But on the other one,
that's made up.
Right. On the other one, it's 30,000, which was supposed to be the actual for 2021, which was 30,000. And then you had 12,000 and then 24,000 as an estimated revenue on that for the 2023 budget.
Can you scroll up on this for a second? On this, I think it had the wages and salaries, right?
That was the other one, but I can find it on this one.
Okay. I just want to see what the wages and salaries are, because that would be for the entire town, right?
Supposedly. And that was right here underneath payroll. I'll bring it all the way up to the top. So payroll right up there at the top. Let me go and try and find this other one that has General fund, expenditures. Okay. And we'll bring the
So
payroll.
we're in agreement that it says 33,000, right?
Uh-huh.
Wages and salary.
Right.
Right.
For 4 people.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Back up at the top.
Well, it works. Magic.
I'm a cruncher, man. I tell you, I would hire her as my CPA any day of the week.
Yeah, you shouldn't spend too much time in prison.
Oh my God. You can't make it up.
Right? Can you imagine how this is
Development.
going to work out, guys, when she's keeping tally of the fucking honey buns owed and fucking paid? I'm just saying.
Now, Berg, you said that even if the number 33,000 is correct, you say that's between 4 employees, right?
Yeah, 5 at one point, and I think during this time period there were 5 employees, 3 in the office and 2 maintenance.
Right. Okay. So even at 5 employees, right? That would equal out to about.
We got the library too. Two at the library.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the librarian.
There's 2 librarians, and they're both part-time.
Yeah, even here it shows she's only making 23. She's making 16 an hour.
Yeah. So
2518, Castillo's Adam, Clark.
That raises a lot of red flags in my book, but what do I know?
and this is also they had a pay raise, right, Vern? Like there was a couple of employees that got a pay raise.
$3 an hour.
Yeah. So the girls in the office, I believe, got a $3 an hour pay raise. So you should add $3 to 2 of the girls on there. Not Tyra. Apparently, she only stayed at 16.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So you're telling me that Sarah is making $17 an hour and that Stephanie's making 16 and Tyra's only making 16? You're telling me that Sarah's making more money than
Yes.
Tyra?
Yeah, Sarah right now, according to this, would be at 17 an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense is Joe's getting 22. Look at what they used to pay these guys. $12.56, $15. You know what I mean?
Isn't Joe the one that's supposed to be plowing the roads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Derek was making 18. I talked to Derek a few times. He was making $18 an hour, and this only shows him, where'd he go? It only showed him at like 16
Wow.
or 15.
And then they just hire a new kid?
2 kids.
They hired
And then
that new guy, right? The one that got busted for DUI?
Oh, yeah, he's already gone. They're not using any common sense with any of this. And now they gave Joe Porras the title of maintenance supervisor, and he can't even supervise himself, not much less anyone else. All that I've seen the man do around here is drive around in a truck. He could push snow really well, but he's got a little contractor from SGM that follows him around like a lovesick puppy. And, you know, what are we paying SGM to get this guy to follow him around?
So let me get this straight. Joe's supposed to be doing maintenance, right? He's supposed to be plowing the roads, which would mean that as a maintenance, right? As maintenance, wouldn't he be the one that would be the one that's supposed to be shoveling the handicap ramp to the town hall?
Or throw salt on it or something. They don't give a fuck about the handicapped here.
Well, that's okay. You know, those people that are handicapped, and again, I'm no attorney. I want to make that disclaimer, but you definitely have an ADA violation complaint, at least in my opinion, as a handicapped person. If I can't get up that ramp and I can't get into that building because they denied shoveling it or putting rock salt on it, that's an ADA violation. And that's federal law. So you can't make this stuff up. They want to violate the laws anywhere they can.
Maybe they want to meet some more of my friends.
Maybe so.
You know?
Our best chance of changing is coming up in April. You know, until then, they're going to run, and they're already trying to get me thrown off, or Tyra's trying to get me thrown off the board already.
For what? You haven't
Tyra's
even seen it yet.
Well, yeah, and last time she started in on me filing restraining orders against me 30 days before I was seated. But the judge didn't see any merit to it and didn't enforce it. And now she's trying to say, if they canceled the election, we're all appointed again, which is another fucked up thing, but we got 4 good people going in. And me going in gives them the majority vote. And she's already tried pulling this, that if I don't turn in this 29-page financial disclosure, which includes my wife's pay, notarized tax returns, all kinds of shit that the...
she's not entitled to it. She knows she's not entitled to it. She's
not. And the Secretary of State called her and let her know, you're not entitled to it. But TJ caught it on tape there. Excuse me. Good Citizen caught it on tape. They caught it on tape that she was saying that if I didn't have it turned in by the following Monday, she wasn't going to have me seated. Well, it's not her fucking job. You know what? This is all part of an election process, and there's only 4 people for 4 seats, and there's no fucking way in hell she could disqualify me now.
Oh, Vern, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Take it, leave it, what you want with it. Buy a goddamn body cam and have it. Have it running. All the goddamn time, because you know what? Video don't lie. And if she tries to do the same shit, it's on camera. And you know what? Filing a false police report, filing false restraining orders against somebody, those are criminal offenses.
Yeah, but I can't get to the fucking what is it? The sheriff's office can't get them to file a report to give to the district attorney.
It does. Listen, if it's on video, there's no way that they can deny taking the complaint.
It is on video, and they still deny taking it.
You know,
man, good citizen. We've been down to that office. We sat there recording the deputies talking about all kinds of crap. We're giving them the complaints, and they go nowhere.
Well, maybe
I had one complaint that did go through, and it was on election fraud, and it got to the district attorney, who won't return the phone call or won't even comment on it. But that one got to him.
That's the same guy I talked to. Yeah, he doesn't know which ends up.
Yeah.
He told me he doesn't know if he can even, he doesn't even know if he has jurisdiction over Aguilar, is what he told me.
It's in the county. You know,
I understand that. You understand that, but apparently he doesn't.
And you know what? And that really, seriously, John, that is a big problem that we got into here with the statutory town. A lot of government agencies do not believe they have authority here.
Well, maybe that's something you guys need to change too. I don't know.
Well, we need to get back to what the state law says on this. All these fucking ordinances that they put through giving one person all this power is fixing to change.
I hope so. You know, but again, I would suggest getting a body camera just so you have it.
We're starting a new business, Vern. I don't know, maybe you want to hire us or something, but we're everybody keeps telling us that we need to get a job, so we're starting our own business.
Yeah.
Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by you people in Good Citizen Media.
Hey, Vern,
Tyra do your books for you.
You could be like the mayor of Dalton. You'd have your own security force.
Hey, before this is over, I may need a security force.
I'm just saying, get hurt.
Well, these people have been known to burn houses down and people disappear.
Doesn't shock me.
Right, hey, that's a serious fact around here, so, and we're pushing them right now to the point that they know that they're losing power. They're trying to get everything in that they can. They're trying to claim that by March 31st, they're going to have spent all of that $5.8 million and the augmentation pond is going to be done in 3 months' time.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, they want to claim that cookie's already gone by the time the new council takes over in April.
Well, I'm curious though. I mean, if there's supposed to be what did you say, 5.8 million?
Yes.
So if they had the 5.8 million, right? Why hadn't they been building the augmentation pond before now?
Well, you know what? But no one's seen any paperwork, any contract with any company or any expenditures. So no one, including the town council, does not know how that money's being spent. And 2 years ago, they made a vote, which I was on the council when they done this, to let Donald and Tyra spend the money without council approval, and they don't even have to report what they spent to the council.
Which means essentially that no receipts, no trail.
Right. Well, and there are pictures of Stephanie on a Saturday carrying file boxes out, and then Tyra at 6:30 in the evening taking file boxes out the back door. There's not going to be records left.
No.
And Tyra's already made the statement that she's going to sue the town. That was one of them, and I don't know how long ago she made that statement. But she's not going to leave any records to trace.
Not with the way that office is.
Forensic, though, they could go through the bank accounts and all that and reconstruct what actually happened here in town compared to the money that come in.
It depends. It depends on where the money was deposited in the accounts that it was deposited into, how many different accounts they put it into. I mean, there's all kinds of factors.
Tyra, Mark, and Donald have got the authority to open up an account, say with a Visa, where the bank account would be like in Maryland, and they have the authority to open up this banking account without the town's approval. And as long as they could take a check that says the town of Aguilar and put it in that account, you would have to trace down the actual check to find out what the routing number is to even find that account.
Well,
that's not hard to do, Vern. I mean, that's really not hard to do. Thing is they still have to label it underneath the town of Aguilar. They can't be running out of a bank account that says Tyra on it.
No, it could say town of Aguilar, and the signers on it be Tyra, Donald, and Mark.
Yeah, right, but it's not going to be Tyra's personal account. It's not going to be Donald's personal account. It's not like it's a Swiss bank account. Yeah. They're just opening up a new account underneath the town name. Yes, they are the signers on it, but it's going to be labeled underneath the town of Aguilar, which we should have access to those records regardless and know how they're spending their money, but we don't. Hell, I don't even have access to the gas bill anymore, Vern. I got a hold of Jim over there in Walsenburg, and, I think me and Good Citizen, tomorrow's supposed to be really nice, 51, sunny, no wind. I think Walsenburg needs another visit. I mean, I do believe that we were supposed to check on a new CRS. Isn't that right, Good Citizen?
Oh yeah.
And also, Vern, with the accounts, even if they open them up, right, they still have to keep the routing numbers and the account numbers because they have to report that, and that stuff has to be on record so that they can track the money that's being deposited into those accounts, especially if it's grant money.
Right. Right.
So
And they're
they
not
can't
going to
just
deposit that
deposit it
money
here,
into
there, and
Tyra's account.
Yeah,
No, they're not. But you know what? They can hide a Town of Aguilar account from the people that
Well,
would take a forensic auditor to find that account. And with records missing or walking out of the building, they very well could be all the information on that account.
Well,
that-
I don't know, Vern. Maybe they cleaned up their act, and
Well-
after the whole debacle of paying the gas bill with an account that doesn't exist anymore or something. I
and
mean,
that's exactly what got me to thinking of a fake account.
Well,
If that was a
let me-
closed account, how come she even had the fucking checks?
Let me ask you this, Vern.
Mhm.
Can't the new council vote to make an ordinance so that all members of the council are able to see the bank accounts and where the money's going?
well, I
Yes.
mean, they already should be doing that, Vern. That should, John, they should have all of that information already in the paperwork. That should be part of the monthly meeting, is the financials, because they approve paying the bills on that
After they're paid.
at those meetings. So those financials should be there, how much they're spending on each bill and what's being spent. I mean, all of those financials should be there, John. And once they're approved and they're voted on and everything like that, they should be public knowledge and public information. Keyword should be. But we have not been able to get jack anything from Tyra, because you got to fill out a little form, and even when you do fill out the little form, she ain't filling out the requests. You got to go there in person. You got to pay for the paper. That's the only way that you're going to get these damn requests anymore, is if you go down there, you request it in person, and you request it in paper form right then and there, because she's tired of giving out the information for free like she should.
Like she's supposed to.
Right.
Even after you pay for it, she just refuses to fill it. So
Or
it's-
she gives you bum paperwork. I don't
Yeah,
have
I got
that one because
79 pages. 79 pages that she copied out of a state code book on elections that didn't have a shit thing to do with my question. And it
Wow.
cost me $170, and it had nothing to do with the question I asked.
Well, Vern, at least the lawyer kept it to $170 for you.
Well, I mean,
yeah, he did that.
I guess I got off, man, when I got like 500 pages of fucking Vern's fucking Facebook pages when I did my requests.
Because she wanted you to think that I was really doing something wrong. Every one of those posts were just my opinion, my freedom of speech.
Yeah, but still,
That
again,
one-
we
would've-
did our due diligence on you, Vern. Like, we didn't we didn't just investigate them and not investigate you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you wanted to be involved in this. We investigated you. Everybody that's been involved with us, we've investigated, and made sure that we can trust, or, we can't trust, or we gotta, we know that they've got this going on, or they're connected over here, because, we like to take our due diligence, and some people don't see our due diligence, a lot of our due diligence that we do, and think that we just come up with crackpot shit. But Vern, I think our track record of 99.9% correct on all the bullshit that's come out of Aguilar is still standing, don't you?
Yeah. And I knew
So-
that you guys, I know that you do all that, and I know that it was done on me at the start of this.
Yeah.
But if you go back through everything I said, including all those damn pages she sent to you, I didn't lie one time on any of this. And that's what gets them. They can't catch me in a lie if I don't tell a lie.
Right. Well, and then we end up catching them in all types of lies, and then they don't like it, and then they get all defensive, and then they try changing it, and like, oh, we didn't lie. Yes, you did. We got it on film. That's what they hate the most, is that we got it on film, and that's what I keep trying to tell everybody in Aguilar. You've got a fucking camera with you at all points and times. You've got a camera with you. You don't even need to point it at them. Just turn it on whenever you have a conversation with them.
We're going to start some classes.
If you're a photographer, You probably already know that you can make a huge difference in people's lives. You probably also know that photography can be a crime. But what if I told you that there is a way to do photography and make a difference without breaking the law? All you have to do is go to this website and check it out for yourself. If you're a photographer,
Photography is not just a hobby, it's a passion. And with the right tools, you can capture memories that last a lifetime. Our collection features breathable materials that keep you cool and dry during your workouts. And our gear comes in a variety of great looks that will make you stand out from the crowd. Upgrade your photography game with our collection today.
Dude, that cop with the sunglasses looked like he just got out of training pants.
Right? Right?
Is that Adam?
No, that wasn't Adam. That was a few gentlemen out in Alamosa that decided to interject themselves into a situation that they should have never pulled up on.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Lady Justice Liberty Press was
My
there.
voice is killing.
All right, John. Greatly appreciate you coming up, brother.
Thank you guys for having me up. Vern, good luck.
All right. Thanks, John.
I only recommend that you do a couple things. One, you want to do the forensic audit, but the other thing is you got to get the water straightened out.
Yeah, well, the water's a long ways from being straight. You know, this augmentation pond, you know, has absolutely shit to do with the water. The water's going, you know, it's, man, I can't even tell you how long it's going to take until I actually see some of the records or what the fuck Ken Torres is doing. No one knows.
Yeah, John, that's pretty far off. A lot of people are underneath the misunderstanding that the augmentation pond is part of the water system, and it is, but it's not. It's not part of the drinking water system. What it is it's for water rights, and it's to distribute the water further down the line, but still have water in their reserves for when they need it. But it's not mainly for the water system. It's mainly to just hold on to some water rights and then move it on down the line. So it's going to be a long process with the water. Very long process.
Let me ask you this, though. With the augmentation pond, if you're moving it down the line and you're saving some reserves, I would assume that the town would charge for moving it down the line.
I'm still unclear on how that all works. I did catch Joe at the end of one of the town meetings. He walked up while they were recording and was talking to somebody about the augmentation pond and explained that
the augmentation pond only came along because somebody sued the damn town and won. That's how. Otherwise, it would never come about. There's a court order on that augmentation pond being complete because people didn't like being trampled on, basically. So they sued and they won.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yeah, that was something that I have not done a lot of research on. So.
I don't know if you guys know this, but they're going to be using water from fracking in this thing also.
Yep. Fill her up, baby.
So this water is not going to be safe to drink at all. It's going to go downstream, and really not enough of it that's not just going to filter back through the dirt into the regular water system, but it's going to include water from fracking when they fill it.
Huh.
Yeah.
They've got a vicious circle of fucking things wrong here. And it's going to take it's going to take a couple of people with college degrees to get in and to really go over this. And I tell you what, Donald ain't going to be one of them. You know, Miss Tina would have been a mistake if she got on the board.
Listen, guys, you guys have a good night. Thank you.
All right, John.
Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm going to get a body cam.
Take care.
You too,
Thanks,
sir.
And I'll get a body cam before the first meeting.
Right.
You know, and Linda does record all of the meetings, so we do have, and I think Good Citizen taught me that one. Record everything. So she does. She records every meeting from before the start till after the end.
Right.
And we only walked out on one meeting, and I got jumped 3 different times and then had to argue with fucking Sarah over bullshit paperwork that she wouldn't listen to me, which they got a habit of not listening, thinking they're absolutely right, and they're making an idiot of themselves. Actually, if you knew what was going on, but it makes me look like I'm jumping on them for no reason.
Well,
Unless
we
I can
played
explain.
that clip earlier, Vern, of how Tyra came out
Yeah,
and
you
started
missed
with
it.
you. We already played that, Vern.
Yeah.
We got you covered on that, Vern.
Hey,
Like we were
Vern.
showing it all.
Vern, Percival says FJP.
He says
Yep.
FJP. Dave.
FJP.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Hold on a second. Wait.
But he meant the other JP though, just so you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't Joe? John Paul?
I don't know. Percival, we don't know him personally, I don't think. We could though. I mean, there's a lot of crazy people that jump on here with little, little
Red
user
curtains
3,
and shit,
4, 6,
dude.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9.
Love velvety red curtains and shit.
Right?
You know, people hop up here all the time.
People making characters and stuff
Yeah,
like
look
that.
at that,
Just weird
Vern.
people.
I got a fan drew me a picture and shit.
It's gonna be the Good Citizen comic strip.
That's a good picture.
Yeah, it is. We're waiting on
The beard's just way too small. We gotta fix that shit, but we can get that tuned in.
Gotta fix
Right.
the beard.
You know.
Gotta fix the beard. But gentlemen, we have been going for 2 hours.
I was just thinking, if you look at this mustache here, you see that mustache?
Porn star stash.
Yeah, you see that? I think we know this guy's kid.
They do look alike.
They do.
I think we know his kid, y'all. Is that the dad?
Wow, dude, for real.
Didn't he say his dad was a cop? I think we got it figured out. Is your name Perfecto too? I mean Perfecto 4?
Perfecto 4?
Because this is Perfecto 3. So this must be Perfecto 4.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Is
That's
there a little
close
similarity
resemblance.
there or what?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, just imagine when this one and this one make a baby.
Oh God.
Did you catch him at the Kinky Circus? It's coming up, April.
That's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, April. What day do you take your seat, Vern?
25th.
Oh, so just before you take your seat, they'll be having the Kinky Circus. April 14th.
Well, the rumor is everyone's gonna walk out on us.
Oh yeah.
And it's just rumor. If Tyra goes, Sarah, Stephanie, and Joe are supposed to walk out. Mark, if he gets, if they get the, which they're notarizing the recall petitions tomorrow. They've got the thing full on both of them, and that's 50 signatures.
Nice.
So Mark says that when that comes out, he will resign, which he may not. I hope that he doesn't, that he goes through the thing. Because if he resigned right now, it'd be this council who gets to appoint the next person, because they won't wait 60 days and let the new council do it. Which would be right. You know, the new council should appoint them, but
Well, even still, you've got the majority gone that you need gone.
yes.
Even if they replace them with somebody else, they ain't gonna have no power. It's all you guys at this point in time. So,
Well,
plus
if he
there
goes
needs
through
to
the
be a
pos-
mayor put in place at this point in time. So people need to start thinking about that. There needs to be a
There's
mayor
a good
put in
one.
this
There's a
place.
good lady that's going to run on the recall thing that I know of that's going to be very good.
So there we go. We got that going on in the works.
Yeah, we've got control. You know, no matter what happens from this point on, we will have control.
And that's the
And
way
that-
it should be. The board should have control as far as listening to the people and doing what the people want and informing the people. And I hope that that happens from now on. Not only you, but me and Good Citizen have put a lot of work into, seeing something like that actually happen and see the town turn around. So I personally would greatly appreciate that.
Well, you guys know me well enough. I'm not going to set up on the board and let them pull the same bullshit that they've done. I'm not afraid to speak out against them. I never
Well,
have
it's going to
been.
be hard for them to do that. If you take out Mark and you take out Donald, there's really nobody that can really back up Tyra's fucking bullshit. And now she's going to have 5 people questioning what she's doing all of the time. She's not going to want that, Vern. At that point, I'm pretty much I pretty much believe she's going to bail, and she's just going to say fuck it. But she's going to leave you guys in such a fucked up state that you guys are going to be reeling because you guys have no clue what the fuck is going on. Because again, I have a feeling if she bails, she's going to bail and she's not going to inform anybody of what's going on, where bank accounts are, what bank accounts are, what passwords are, what this is, what that is, all the important shit that's going to be needed to go in there and clean all that stuff up. I just have a feeling that she's going to be petty as fuck, and you guys are going to have one hell of a mess to clean up.
And we're ready for it. We've already got a plan in place for them to walk out. And actually, the best thing that could happen for the town is them walk out.
Right.
And we already got this figured on the passwords and what all they could take and block and fuck up for us. But we could get CML to come in and help us restructure a government here.
Well,
that won't
and
cost us a penny.
Well, and you got to remember, Vern, so if they lock you out of the systems or whatnot or so forth, that's tampering with government property, and they're no longer a part of that government. So maybe the police will start acting like to them how they act with everybody else, because now they're no longer in power. So maybe they'll actually get busted for that stuff and go to jail for all that stuff. Who knows? I mean, they might just feel still so entitled on everything else, but then again, they could probably have $1 million each sitting in their bank account ready to go. And when they bail, they're going to bail out of fucking county and nobody's going to be able to touch them, just like the last people. Who knows?
Well,
Who knows?
The town decided not to touch them.
It's
I don't
a giant
think
shit
that this
show.
house. Yeah, well, a forensic audit will bring it out and find out where this money went. And if it went to Tyra, Donald, and Mark, they will find this. And they're not going to be able to run because this council is not going to turn the other cheek. This
Well,
gone on for
good.
too long. People, this whole town's been screwed by this group. And I could say all this up until the 25th of April.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they've been in power now for what, at least 20 years, right?
Close to it. 16.
Yeah, close to it. So 16 years of all this shit. A lot of shit can happen in 16 years. But still,
Well, the last 5 years is where it's really went funny. You could get actual numbers on everything from 2019 back, like from 2018 back, but from 29 forward, you can't get anything.
Who knows? Maybe Tyra developed a habit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
maybe Mark developed a really bad habit and was siphoning out of the town somehow. I don't know. I mean, allegedly, supposedly, we don't know because it all just went to shit so far as you're saying after 2019. So
all we know is Adam's still getting paid.
Yep, that's all we know. And what else we know is it's been 2 hours. We've been going for 2 hours. We're going to probably shut this down. We're going to let everybody get to what they're doing. I'm pretty sure everybody's got to get ready for work and whatnot and so forth. But hell, that's not even all of what we wanted to cover. Damn, good citizen. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We just never have the time for it, bro.
Yeah.
There's so much of, with what you guys are doing now in this town, you guys got a lot of shit to go through.
Right Fighter says that 2019 was the year of embezzlement.
I wouldn't doubt it that that's the year that a lot of it started. Just
Oh no, I'm pretty sure. Hey, I need money for this. I need money for that, and then it just doesn't stop.
I think that's around the time.
All right, guys.
I think that's right around the time that they was working on getting the COVID funds as well.
Yeah.
We say they didn't get COVID funds, and there's no way to prove if they did or not. From the council.
Nope.
A forensic audit's going to find out a lot.
Well, I mean, Vern, again, once everything's taken over, maybe we can actually start getting some answers to our public information questions. You think, Vern?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of questions. I'm still looking for that new footage of the crack of the water. It had to have been there, Vern. It had to have been there when they came and inspected. How the hell was there a big ass crack and then all the water drains out of that thing?
And that was my question too, because Joe Porras sat there in that meeting. I forget which one and the date. He sat there at that meeting, said that the reservoirs were full, pumps are working fine, and 3 weeks later they were fucking empty and we're hauling water in.
Right? Something.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming. We appreciate y'all. Everybody enjoy your weekend.
You have one shot on stage, what you got to play. Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high raps, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.